Hey everybody, welcome back to Grit and Grind, and even though you're watching this video late, happy Father's Day. We have a gorgeous day out here today. Just got done mowing the lawn. It's about 70 degrees. I mean, I know you saw what temperature it was. Comment down below if you saw what temperature it was at the beginning of this video. But just got the lawn cut. It's a mild day out here, which is very nice because it's either been super hot or rain. Just a ton of rain. So that's been fun to deal with. But as you can tell by the title of this video, I have done something in response to the Hart tool situation. And that is what I want to talk about today. It wants to go. There we go. If you like this content, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, so there's 3 boxes here. This was actually separate. These 2 were part of a deal that was going on online at Home Depot. And there's a couple extra things in the background, so this 12.0 HD lithium battery, the M18, and the charger, and also actually these Diablo blades. My buddy was selling some stuff, and I bought those separately. Actually bought a lot of stuff. My dad ended up with most of it, but I got these. So what we're talking about is these 3 things here. So M18 fuel, no customer information. M18 fuel, 1/2-inch impact wrench. Got to have the impact wrench. Absolutely love that. I guess we'll start here and then we'll talk about what's in these 2 boxes in the kit, which I ordered them a little bit ago. So I forget everything that's in here, but I know most of it. Very nice. So Milwaukee bag. Put that off to the side. Deal with it later. This is stiff, but this is a nice bag actually. Didn't realize that Sunday meant struggle with zippers. What's going on? There we go. So we got a manual. Don't need that. Another charger. Set that off to the side. Good to have some chargers. Battery. This is an XC 5.0, so that's good. We'll take this out of the package. This can go in that box. Garbage. This is garbage as well. So battery, barely charged, so we'll have to throw that on charge there, just 1 bar, but that's what I expected. And this. Half-inch impact. Ho ho ho, that's got some force behind it. See it actually just barely holding a grip here. Actually bring it a little closer. See it torque in my hand? That's going to be good. My dad has one of these, the older version, without the flat nose, and it works really good. Sometimes works better than the 1-inch impact, believe it or not, but your mileage may vary. And this battery has no juice in it whatsoever. So we got that. And then a chance to win a 10-piece combo kit. So maybe we'll look at that later, but I don't know. For right now, maybe not. That's it for what's in the bag. I like this. I actually think this is going to be the new bag that I set up to go stump grinding with. So I'm going to throw some extra teeth in there, which I just ordered some actually. So I don't really go through the side teeth, but I do go through my lead teeth quite often. So I ordered 10 here from Grinder Tooth LLC. Check them out online. Pretty good if you need aftermarket teeth. Yeah, a lot of people have told me about them, so I'm excited to try them. And the price, I couldn't beat the price. So this then, disconnect this battery because right now I'm going to have to charge that. But I will throw this in here because I do need that. I'll set battery off to the side, and you know, probably going to throw these teeth in here. That'll be good. And then I do have these in here, which came from OEM, from the dealer. I got some side teeth, but knock on wood, I've only ever broken one of these. I've broken a lot of these lead teeth, the shorts. Throw that in there, and we'll set this off to the side for right now. So, the kit came in 2 packages here. And I believe, don't quote me exactly, this kit was about $1,600 or $1,700 in value, they claim. And probably right if you buy your tools individually, plus all the batteries and all that. The one thing I found about Milwaukee tools, and even DeWalt, they go on sale a few times a year, and usually right around May, so like Memorial Day and Father's Day, so May, June, and then typically in November, you can get pretty good deals on things. So this was an extra that came with the kit. 100-piece ultimate fit shockwave impact duty sockets, which I've never actually tried the Milwaukee ones, so I don't know if they're any good. I've heard mixed reviews on some of their hand tools and these sort of things, but this was free with the kit, and it came in a pack out, which is nice. Just keep them in here, so I'll set this off to the side. There's nothing else in this box, so we'll discard that for a minute. This is not part of that. So the last thing then is going to be this box, which I think we will be better off setting up over here so you guys can actually see what's going on at a height that's reasonable instead of doing this on the ground. So I'm going to set these off to the side for now, and then we'll set this box, I guess this is right side up. We'll set this box up like this, and I'll probably reposition the camera here so you can see what came in this kit, but let's get it open first. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so this is a big box within a box that we didn't need, so actually let's do this. Watch me struggle to get a box that is exactly the same size as this box out. Oh yeah. Just like that. So let me reposition this camera so you guys can see better. Just a quick overview of what's in here. So saw, sander, small little hand reciprocal saw, a light. You have the small impact wrench, quarter impact wrench, a drill, impact driver, cutoff grinder, 3 batteries, another charger, and 2 contractor bags. So this is nice, but let's not just talk about it. Let's open it and see what we can do here. So this was on sale, I think, for about $6.50 or so. I think the sale is over now. This was actually last month's sale, but I'm sure they probably had something going on for Father's Day. So immediately off the back, we got 2 contractor bags. So let's just set one off to the side. Set one here. And open this. This bag was much easier to open. And see what we are working with. So I am not entirely sure what this is. Sander, maybe? Little sander? Oh yeah. So this is a collection system for the sander. That's kind of nice, actually. I'll set that off to the side here. So sander, just a random orbital sander with variable speed. It's got some heft to it, but it feels really good in the hand. They also sent two sanding discs, so we'll set that off to the side. That's garbage. Next thing, so the drill doesn't have a lot of heft to it, but feels good in the hand. Let's see. So this is the 1 power battery. Works. Just quick testing all these. Set this off to the side over here. Test the orbital sander. Ooh. That's nice. Maybe a touch bulky. And it looks like the collection system goes on somehow off this bottom. Something like that. Okay, so that would be if you want to hook it up to a hose attachment, which I don't have the ability to do that in here. And then I'm not sure exactly how you take this off. Let's go in here. No, that's too big. So you take that off, you reach in here, pull this tab down, it looks like, and this should slide out, I would think. Yep, just like that. And then it would make more sense for me to put this on. So now that's on all the way. And yeah, nice little collection. Doesn't add that much weight to put this on here, so that's kind of nice. And then this, I guess an extension for that. Oh yeah, if you're running a thicker battery on here, which I don't know why you'd want to run this big a battery on here, but you can tell it's bigger, so you'd put an extension on there to run that. So that's kind of nice, actually. I like that. So next, the little stubby impact. Nice, decent weight, really easy to handle, because sometimes that is a complaint. And I mean, this is a big battery. This is not a small battery, the smallest you can get for these. But some of the complaints with the M18 tools that I've seen over the years is just that they're heavy. Some people like the M12s. And the M12s, you know, the equivalent of these are definitely lighter. But this doesn't really bother me, so that's kind of nice. So keep going through the bag here. So you got the mini Sawzall. It's a little hand Sawzall. So what this is actually super nice for, I like the regular Sawzall, but what I thought this would be nice for is if you're doing pipes in your basement and you need to get up close to rafters. Sometimes it's a pain to get in there, so you can get in there with that. Or, you know, if I'm out on a job and I have to prune a little bit, you know, this is nice. It's a little bulky, I will admit that, but not as heavy as a full Sawzall and gives you a lot of maneuverability to one-hand it. Shouldn't really one-hand a regular Sawzall, but apparently they call this the hacksaw, so that's nice. I like that. More manuals. Garbage. Who reads manuals? We got the cover for your grinder and tools for the grinder, so that's what's coming out of here next. We got handle, cover. Ooh. Let's see. Spanner wrench. Lost the magnet somewhere to my microphone because it clipped on the spanner wrench. Find that in a minute. Yeah, this has got a good weight to it. So you just operate, flip up. My dad has the same one. I like it. We'll have to actually put it together later, but for now I just want to test that it works. Oh yeah. So the one thing I will say about the grinders, they do suck down batteries super quick, so you want at least one of these, if not even one of these, even though they are heavy, just to make sure that you're getting the most bang for your buck, because it'll suck down a battery super quick. compared to all the other tools. And there's a box. Ah, the flashlight, which, I don't know, it's gimmicky to me. I didn't really get it for the flashlight. I got it for some of the other tools that are in here. Like, I didn't really need the orbital sander, but I did kind of want the stubby, the drill, definitely wanted the grinder, needed to have the 1/2-inch impact, so I got that. Let's just plug this in and see if it works. So, Dusty, one mode. I guess if I'm working under a piece of equipment, sure, it might be nice, but I have smaller lights that I actually like better for that kind of stuff. But it works, it's a light. We have it. I'll find a use for it, I'm sure. Okay. Moving right along, we'll just set this back in the bag for now. And we'll move to the next one. So leave that battery right there. Kit number 2. Here we go. So the smaller 2.0 battery. I'll have to get these all charging later. Just one light, so same thing. Okay. So here's the 1/4 impact wrench. That was a stubby drill driver. Sorry, I said that incorrectly earlier. But that's got some torque too. Ready? Not controlling it, just letting it rest in my hand to give you the kind of power. And it's nice that they come with these so you can hook it on a belt. That's nice. It's got some heft, but it's actually balanced really well, at least with this battery. Let's try the bigger battery and see how that does. It's a little bottom heavy now with the 5.0 battery, but with the 2.0 batteries, I got no complaints, honestly. Set this off to the side. So, already got a 6.5-inch framing blade, and this is the M18 6.5-inch saw. Definitely wanted a circular saw, so let's put that in there, give this a test. My dad has the same one. I love it. And why? What is the secret to this one? This is slightly different, and I don't know why I cannot. Oh, okay. That is different. Okay, so instead of pushing one way or the other, this is kind of nice. I actually kind of like this. You just push down. So, nothing, down, starts right up. This is going to be nice. I'm going to enjoy having this. So that works. Set that off to the side. This, I'm assuming, is for that saw. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I will struggle till the cows come home before I read the manual. But we'll see what happens. So set that off to the side. Put the blade on later. And in here, it looks like battery, 4.0 battery. That's actually, okay. So there's supposed to be 2 of those 4.0 batteries and a 2.0, but this one's a 4.0. This is your 2.0. And they actually, it must have been something going on with the sale. This is a 5.0 battery, so that's nice. I like having the little bit more. And definitely a heft difference, like noticeable heft difference between these two, even though they're so close in size. So maybe keep that in mind. Oh, never mind. I take that back. Oh, right. Sorry. This is the one that came with the 1/2-inch impact. Here's the other 4.0 battery. My apologies. Everyone's allowed one. So secondary 4.0 battery. We'll just test this out real quick. Again, 1 bar. It works. So I have to get all of these charging, which is no big deal, but we'll do that. And then last charger. So obviously all that stuff fell, and we're to the bottom of the bag now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these batteries charging real quick, clean this up a little bit, probably put this stuff together. Oh, look at that. Nice little hidden feature. Here's my Allen wrench. Holds right in there. I like that. Milwaukee does think of quite a lot of things in the end user, and I know they're not for everyone, but let me clean this up, And I'll give you my final thoughts and why I went with this. I still love my Hart tools, but I had to make a decision. Just jumping in here quick to say this is not a sponsored video at all. All right, guys, so that is going to wrap it up on this one. I hope it wasn't too boring. I just wanted to give you some honest feedback. And so the why behind it, I said in the previous video, is because my dad runs the Milwaukee tools. So it just made it super easy and convenient to interface in between the two. I'm only one man giving you my opinion about what I was going to do in response to the Hart issue. And funny enough, Milwaukee is owned by the same company that owns Hart, but apparently they were not profitable enough. So they're going to continue to push their other tool brands like Rigid and Milwaukee, for instance, but they own a bunch, and not focus on Hart. They're retaining the naming rights to Hart, so maybe in the future they'll bring them back, especially if enough people say, hey, we want these. But lack of sales is what they claimed, and that's why they're no longer making them. I'm going to continue to run all of my Hart branded tools until they die completely and I can't get any replacements for them. I'm probably also going to get a battery converter, so it just plugs into the end of the Hart tool, and then you can put Milwaukee's into them. I know they make them for DeWalt as well, and probably a lot of the other major brands. That's going to wrap it up for this. That's why I did it. Just my opinion. But tell me in the comments below, if you were me, what would you have done? I'm curious what brands you guys like, and I'm never going to tell anyone that that choice doesn't make sense, because that's what I like, having the freedom of choice, and what works for you might not work for me. But leave it in the comments below. Tell me what you want to see next, and I hope you guys liked it. If you do, please share, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content.